Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, April 27th, 2016. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Now for the news in detail. Workplace stress, a collective challenge. That is the theme under which the International Labour Organization ILO will observe World Day for Safety and Health at Work tomorrow, Thursday, April 28th. Premier of Nevis and Federal Minister of Labour, the Honourable Vance Emery, says this year's theme is timely as work-related stress has become a global issue.
Employers, you should be aware of the negative effects of the psychosocial hazards that may affect workers as a result of overwork and their lack of control over their tasks, with the consequences of work-related stress and related coping behaviors and health outcomes. Employers, you are obliged to provide workers with working conditions that facilitate their normal physical, mental, and social development, as well as the independence of their moral and civic consciousness. To this end, employers, you are required to create a pleasant work environment that can reduce workers' physical fatigue and reduce mental stress. Moreover, you must allow workers enough free time to rest. You must allow them time for training and retraining, for recreation and social life that will combat workplace stress and increase productivity in the long run.
The Labour Minister notes that the ILO seeks to bring a tripartite focus and awareness to the need for accident and disease prevention at work. He says employees and employers must do their part to alleviate workplace stress.
Unions, you can develop awareness-raising materials and campaigns looking at the impact of psychosocial risks, stress, anxiety, or burnout on your members, and seek to negotiate better policies and practices to improve well-being, to reduce workload and pressure, and address the demand for constant availability of work without reducing the productivity of the workforce. Workers and employers, I implore you to come together and jointly develop and disseminate our brochures, disseminate our guides and educational materials on the socio risks and hazards and work-related stress. Likewise, jointly organize training workshops and conferences to deal with these issues. We encourage you to utilize collective bargaining agreements to address psychosocial risks and hazards and work-related stress to ensure that there is decent work for our Federation's workers. For it is only through a collective effort that we here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis can work towards reducing workplace stress and creating a harmonious working environment.
In keeping with the spirit of tripartism, the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service, Trades and Labour Union, Chamber of Industry and Commerce, and the Social Security Board have joined the Ministry of Labour in planning a week of activities in keeping with the ILO's thematic outlook for this year.
On the 28th April, World Day for Safety and Health at Work, a safe day, stress-free rally at Independence Square from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and in the evening a panel discussion live on ZIZ television and radio at 8:30 p.m. On Friday the 29th, there will be a safe day, stress-free rally at the square in Charlestown, and 1st May, the week concludes with a church service in Nevis.
The week commenced on Sunday with a service at the St. Paul's Anglican Church on St. Kitts. Rap sessions were held at AVEC and the CFBC on Monday, while a stress-free symposium for high-risk workers was held yesterday. The Federation's Foreign Affairs Minister is seeking to strengthen St. Kitts and Nevis' ties with key African countries. The Honourable Mark Brantley is currently visiting Dakar, Senegal. A release from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says, since the start of his mandate, Minister Brantley has made engagement with the African continent a major foreign policy objective. This is driven by the need to expand the diplomatic footprint of the Federation on a continent that is on the rise and with which the Federation shares strong bonds of history and culture.
I accept an invitation to attend and participate in the Atlantic Strategy Group. It's a convening of only 50 top political leaders, private sector officials, and leading thinkers from across the wide Atlantic basin. The event is co-organized by the German Marshall Fund of the United States, the Institute Pan-African, the Stratégie, and the OCP Policy Center. While I'm here, I have the privilege of speaking with a panel, co-hosting a panel with Pedro Pires, former Prime Minister and President of the Cape Verde Islands and Chair of the Institute Pan-African de Stratégie. We're going to have a dedicated conversation where we look to South-South cooperation and the role and place of small island states in an evolving Atlantic space. The conversation will touch on climate change, energy, trade and investment, inclusive growth and security. While here, I will also be meeting with the Foreign Minister of Senegal, His Excellency Mancur Ndiaye, with a view to formalizing diplomatic relations and allow for the exploration of opportunities for tourism, people-to-people contact, so reciprocal visa waiver regime and commercial and cultural linkages.
Minister Brantley is accompanied on this trip by Councillor at the St. Kitts and Nevis High Commission in London, Eustace Wallace. The Hearts and Hands of New York earlier today made a donation to the Alexandra Hospital's maternity ward. The representative of Hearts and Hands in Nevis, Cindy Freeman, outlined the contents of the package.
This organization has for the past year donated gift bags for every newborn at the Alexandra Hospital. The Welcome Baby Project, the gift bag contains 12 Pampers, 1 pack of baby wipes, and a pocket take along baby supplies. These gifts will be continued as long as the organization exists. Hearts and Hands for Nevis is committed to giving back and to live up to their mission statement to positively impact Nevisians both home and abroad. I now present 2 bags. One is for a boy and one is for a girl. To Mr. Gary Pemberton.
Upon receiving the donation, Pemberton expressed his gratitude on behalf of the Alexandra Hospital.
I would like to thank Hearts and Hands of New York on behalf of the patients and staff of the Alexandra Hospital, and more specifically the staff at the maternity ward for this generous gesture, because we are here to have continuous improvement in our service quality, and this certainly will add value to our service here at the hospital, because we want to always ensure that our patients are comfortable and that when we provide them service, they are satisfied with the service.
Also present at the handing over ceremony were Assistant Matron Jessica Scarborough and Nurse Manager Joya Lake. Still to come.
We can guarantee you any products that reaches to 4 seasons is pesticide free.
We'll have the details after this break.
The Department of Community Development invites the general public to join with us in celebrating Community Development Month from May 1st to May 31st, 2016. The month will be filled with exciting and educational activities such as open day at various community centers, a panel discussion on Let's Talk, a talent show, a flea market, a jumble sale, and a community development day. Community development activities build stronger and more resilient communities.
Come you, come me, come let us unite and make a better Nevision community. Our community, our commitment, our concern.
Afro circus, Afro polka dot, Afro circus,
Celebrating the old, showcasing the new. Culturama 42.
As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. The Department of Agriculture has been partnering with the Four Seasons Resort in an effort to promote the local produce grown by the farmers on the island. On Monday, April 25th, Steve Reed, Marketing Officer at the Department of Agriculture's Marketing Division, educated some of the resort's employees about the local food they consume and serve on a daily basis.
We should be able to say what happened to these products from they have been planted straight to the delivery, to the kitchen until it reaches on the plate. Now, some of the major points along this chain is the type of pesticides used, if any at all. Others would look at the transportation. Others would look at the preparation. So you have to know these methods, so that when a guest asks you, where is this tomato from? You can be able to explain to the guest where it is from, what production line it has been through, and so forth.
Reed noted that the department ensures that the produce provided to the Four Seasons Resort are pesticide-free.
Because of the Department of Agriculture vigilance, that every week extension officers visit farmers to see what they have, what they're spraying with, making reports of progress of the crop, making suggestions to the farmer. We can guarantee you any products that reaches to Four Seasons is pesticide free.
Steve Reed of the Department of Agriculture's Marketing Division. The Ministry of Education officially launched the St. Kitts and Nevis National Qualifications Framework document on Thursday, April 20th at the Bird Rock Beach Hotel. The objective of the National Qualifications Framework is to provide a process in which the Ministry of Education would be able to identify the competences that can be used to assess specific practical skills at various levels, from the technical and vocational programs to the doctoral level. It sets a structured, tiered, and a seamless system in place for certification at all levels. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, the Honorable Sean Richards, says the framework will benefit the Federation by transforming education and training provisions and enabling the citizens to identify opportunities to realize their full potential. He noted the full support of the government, reporting that the Cabinet is satisfied that the structure and content of the document, when finalized, will go a long way towards strengthening lifelong education and training at all levels. The development of the National Qualifications Framework was made possible through funding and technical assistance from the European Union. Meantime, the St. Kitts and Nevis Accreditation Board has been charged with the responsibility of implementing, promoting, and hosting the register of qualifications for this framework as it strives to improve the quality of education within the Federation. The National Qualifications Framework document would be used to determine equivalency of qualification of those who have been certified by international educational bodies. Additionally, traveling nationals with these competences would be recognized on a regional and international level. It is also expected to significantly contribute to the realization of a cost-effective and efficient education system. In addition to the National Qualifications Framework, a Quality Assurance Manual has also been developed. This was created for institutions and other education providers to ensure the quality of programs. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.
Afro circus, Afro boogaloo, 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 Afro circus,
Celebrating the old, showcasing the new. Culturama 42.